Hello everybody and welcome back for another episode of My Chaotic Budget. My name is Sandra and on this channel we do all things budget related as it pertains to mine and my husband's paychecks. And in this episode I'm gonna see if I can make it through, but I'm not feeling too good. My stomach is upset. We had ice cream cake to celebrate mine and my daughter's birthday since we're both August babies. And it just did not sit well with me. Everybody else is feeling fine, but I think for some reason my stomach was like, you should not be eating this. So I'm going to try to get through this. I thought I'd go ahead and do my paycheck budget closeout and see where everything leads us. I'm hoping to fill this out as best as I can. This here, of course, is my free budget planner on Ko-Fi. The link to my Ko-Fi shop is in the description. So if you feel like you would like to be interested in getting this, it is free. So go for it. You are more than welcome to do so. Hopefully when you get to see this, it'll be my birthday. Yay! My birthday is on Monday. I'm excited. I'm going to be 45 and ready to thrive. That's my motto for 45. And I'm hoping that it goes just fine. But I'm feeling sick today, so hopefully it is something that will pass. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have. So the way that I keep track of everything is in the ledger book. And I noticed that I was already falling behind on my ledger book because I wasn't accessing it because it's kind of big, right? It's not like super big. I had been doing pretty good with managing this in my purse. But I've noticed that as soon as work started, I was not grabbing it and I didn't have time to sit down in my vehicle to write things out as far as what was being done on those particular days. So I am going to go ahead and switch to my small moterm. I'm going to use this to keep track of my transactions, but I'm also going to use this as my work notebook. So as things come around or things happen, I can write them down in here. I can put my cash in here, and then I can also have a couple of cards if I need them here. So I'm going to switch to this and see how long it lasts. It's this cute little ledger book. I bought it on Amazon. Super cute, super tiny. I already did a little test of bleed through to see if the highlighters are going to work, and they're going to work just fine. So it shouldn't cause any issue. I should still be able to keep track of what I do. But I am going to keep it pinched because I do not want things to be shown at work of where our money is going, because nobody at work needs to know that. And so I will keep it closed with the binder clip. So I will be switching to this as soon as the month of September starts. So I'm going to finish off August in this moterm. This is an A5 cover. Oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, like I said, my stomach is not feeling good. So I'm going to switch from the A5 to an A6. So that way it can be a little bit smaller. And I can carry it better, and it doesn't take up a lot of space inside my purse, and I will still be able to manage it. So this little ledger book is going to help get me by for the start of September. I'm excited for that. All right, so you all are here for the paycheck closeout for paycheck number 1. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that. And the way that I do it is I go through my ledger and I go through the different categories that I keep track of. So let me go ahead and give you kind of a brief update on that. So this is my key that I have. So these are the colors that I use in my ledger book. When I am highlighting, I like to keep track of bills, in yellow, sinking fund savings, cash withdrawals in orange, groceries in purple, dining out in red or pink, gas is blue, and spending is in green. And this way I keep everything pretty simplified as far as how I track everything, but it's also very easy for me to spot. Income does not get highlighted, so that way if there's any extra money that comes in during a pay period, I can spot it quick. All right, so I like to use this Moterm A5 cover because it does have these little bookmarks, which help me to get to where I need to inside my ledger book. So that's one of the benefits of having this style, this setup. And the A6 one is going to be able to do the same thing. You can see here it has the little bookmarks. So that is a function, a feature that I need in order for this to function for me the way that I need it to. All right, so let's take a look. Like I said, income does not get highlighted, so I need to kind of check and see where everything fell. I don't have very many lines here, and I did use an erasable pen, but it's a little messy. And I did add some of the income here, but I'm going to try to see if I can make sure that this all adds up, because I believe as far as income, everything income-wise should total up to $3,261.52. So that's where I need to kind of make some adjustments. So I know I wrote down 882, but I need to make sure. So rollover, I did have 147.18 for rollover. And I'm also going to go ahead and add the bills rollover because this came from Paycheck, the previous paycheck. So I'm going to add that. And then I also had for the SoFi loan, the amounts that I needed to help pay that bill. So I had 150 and I also had 190. So yes, so that was correct. 882.18. Okay, so that did add up, but this number is wrong. So I need to change that because throughout the pay period, we got different things kind of put in. So you see, like I said, I don't highlight it. You don't see it at the beginning, but then if you come over here to the second page, you'll notice, boom, there was an Ally transfer. So I transferred money over for my daughter's birthday. So that's why this was here, and because I didn't write it out. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that there, that I had that transfer, which was $390.31. Okay, so that was a transfer from the Ally account to help pay for the birthday. And then my father-in-law and my husband, they did some stuff because my husband was helping his dad because of course he had just come back from Houston, and there were times when he had to make purchases for my father-in-law, and we used our account, and so my father-in-law gave us money to make up for that. So I'm going to go ahead and add those in, which is this 100 and this 270. And I believe that that's it. So I'm going to put that in as this other here. And I'm just going to put father-in-law because he helped us out because we were helping him out. So that was a total of, that was a total of 370. So not all of these charges were for us. Some of them were for my father-in-law, which of course, if you have been around, or I can update you if you haven't been around, my father-in-law, of course, went through a procedure recently because he is, his cancer had come back. He had beat it and then it came back. And the only way to get rid of it was to remove a part of his internal organs. And it was removed. And so now, of course, he's living life a little bit differently. And that's why my husband has been helping him. And anytime that we can help, that's what we're going to do. But he also knows that we are working and not the easiest thing for us to do, but we're trying our best. And all of our friends are helping too. All of the family friends, they're doing amazing job helping him out. And it really is a village, you know, to help each other. All right, so our total income then was $3,261.52. Some of this money, of course, was planned for as far as the birthday is concerned. So I'm not worried about that. I'm happy that we had the money and we had saved it for that particular reason. So if you see our spending is higher or whatnot, it's because we planned for it. And that's what you do with sinking funds. Sinking funds are meant to be used for those special occasions, and that's exactly what we did. And then of course, like I said, if there's extra stuff like extra groceries or extra dining out or extra anything that we did, my father-in-law, he already helped to cover some of that, because it wasn't just us spending it, we were trying to do what we could to help him out. All right, as far as bills are concerned, I'm going to go through this because my husband actually canceled Sony. So I'm going to put that here. I am actually proud of him. He canceled it. I was so proud of him. I really didn't expect him to do that. And he did. And he's jumping on board with this. And I am so proud of him. So this number is different. So we have 15.46 52 that went into bills. Okay, so our bills are different. And so we've already made the adjustment there. And we're going to subtract that from the 32.61.52. That left us with, oh, look at that, an even number, $1,715. Okay, so now we're left with that, and it's a lot more compared to what we were, but like I said, we had my daughter's birthday that we had been saving our sinking funds for, so I'm actually very happy and proud of us for doing as well as we did. Okay, so here I don't have anything coming out from any of these categories because of the fact that it all went to bills. So there's nothing extra that came out of our sinking funds or into our ally account or anything like that for extra debt. I'm sorry, my stomach is... I can do this. We're almost done. Okay, so right here, yearly fees, I took out $25. High yield savings account, I put that into our emergency fund, $100. And then dining out cash, $100. I didn't put the $100 in the emergency fund. I only put $30, and then the rest went into birthday. So that has already been managed and taken care of. So our total then for our sinking funds was $225. So now we're going to go ahead and take that out. So this was $17.15, and now we're over here, $17.15 minus the $225. That puts us at $14.90. Okay, so $14.90. Now I've already done all of the calculations as far as each one of the categories, and I'm going to go ahead and show that to you. So what I do basically is I'll go through and I'll check all of the yellows, and then I'll cross-reference it, and I'll see, okay, this is what they totaled out to. The sinking funds, boom. And then I'll go into the last four categories, which I call the GDGS. So groceries, dining out, gas, and spending. So some of these groceries were not just for us. Some of these groceries were also for my father-in-law. Some of these dining out meals were not for us. Some of them were for my father-in-law. So I'm going to go ahead and put these numbers in because I've already calculated them. I've already gone through the ledger. So now it's just about transferring them here into the book. All right, so when it came to groceries, we did go over, but only by a little bit, and that was expected for what I just explained. As far as dining out, this one was a little bit more, and this one wasn't just because of my father-in-law. This one was me going through a little bit of stress, and I'm telling you, man, stress eating is one of my flaws. I get stressed out, and I just go to town. I go to town eating. My husband did have to do a lot of driving back and forth with my father-in-law. He went to his house. He had to go check on him several times. And so our gas actually was a lot higher. And then, of course, me being back at work, the constant commute back and forth, because I live in a different city than my school that I work at. So, of course, that's going to, pay a toll on the gas. So our gas total came out to $139.96. And then the spending, like I said, we spent money on my daughter's birthday, which we planned for, and money was brought in for that. And then, of course, anything extra that we spent, we had it all covered. There was nothing too crazy that we did. So I'm proud of us, despite what you may think of what the numbers are showing. So from the $14.90, we're going to take away the groceries, $3.97.11. We're going to take away the dining out of $3.76.01. We're going to take away the gas, which was a lot higher, but we know why. And we're going to take away the spending. And we were left with $125.22. I didn't even put the total. My bad. Let me double check. $397.11 plus $376 plus $139.96 plus $451.70. So that totaled out to $1,364.78. Now, we do have one birthday in September, but we're not worried about it because we're going to be able to cover it with just some extra spending funds that we're going to have. So I'm okay. I think we're good. I think we're done with all of the birthdays for August. We've already spent money for a friend's birthday gift. And that's it. We're done. My birthday, like I said, is tomorrow. And my friends were so sweet. Especially my one friend that I have. Like, she bought me this. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? She's always so thoughtful. And she's always getting me these beautiful paperweights. I have one of the other paperweights that she gave me at work. And I have it there on my desk. And this is really nice. The other paperweight, I remember she gave it to me when my mother had passed away. And that was really sweet of her. So she's such a good friend. She's a wonderful person. So she gave me that. And if we take a look at the rollover, I'm sorry, let me get back on track. The rollover was $125.22. We look at our ledger book, and that's exactly what we rolled over into the second paycheck of August. And then I'll get into all of these charges when I do my weekly spend check-in. All right, that's it. That's it. We've closed this out. If you are interested, like I said, in the Paycheck Budget Planner, it is on my Ko-Fi shop. And if you follow through on using this, the planner does have where you can keep track of your expenses for that particular check. And you can also do your paycheck closeout here in the back. And you can write down everything that you spent. You can put your income up here on the total. And then you can go through all of that. And then you can do a paycheck reflection right here. So what worked, what went wrong, what will be done differently for the next paycheck. So that's a really good addition. So if that's something you're interested in, like I said, it's free in my Ko-Fi shop and it is available for you to use and download anytime. All right, well, that's all, guys. Make sure to leave a comment. Tell me anything you'd like. I'm looking forward to September already. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.